Good morning, happy Wednesday. I am sitting here drinking some coffee out of my Google mug. It's a little bit too early for me to leave. I actually woke up earlier today than I have been. Normally I've been like snoozing my alarm like crazy because I just cannot get up. But today the dog jumped on the bed and I got up. So I just got done packing my lunch. It was super easy today because I had leftover Chipotle last night. I went to Chipotle for the free like teacher night thing, and funny story, maybe this isn't funny, that's probably a bad thing or a bad way to say it, but like I knew I wanted to take part of it for lunch, so I just like took half of the bowl and I put it onto a plate, and then I figured I'd just take the other half because when I eat the bowl out of the bowl, and I know I want to save some, I don't end up saving like all that much just because like it's easy to just keep eating. And I put half of it on a plate and it filled up like the entire plate to like how much food I would normally put on a plate if I was eating like at home or something, which is crazy. Like they give you so much food, and if I'm like sitting there and I have no intention of like saving it for the next day, like for lunch or something, I will like eat the entire bowl. It was just like a burrito bowl, but like I would eat the entire thing probably if I was hungry enough, which is crazy because that's like 2 full plates of food, like something I'd normally eat. And I left and I was like totally, or left, I was done and I was totally satisfied, like totally full. I bought chips with it too, so I had like a handful of chips with it. But yeah, so my tip of the day is maybe with to-go food, like we just need to put it on our own plate to like physically actually like see how much food we're eating, because portion control. So anyway, I have the other half of my Chipotle, and then I brought some celery, a banana, an apple, and a little bit more of the chips from Chipotle yesterday. I have the banana. I'll probably eat that this morning for breakfast when I get to school. So I have quite a few things I need to get done this morning, and then after school I shouldn't have to stay like too long. So I'm going to finish drinking my coffee and then head to school. Good afternoon. I am like so hot and like flustered right now. It's so hot outside, and I was just standing out there for pickup and I feel like every part of my body was just like melting. I'm like still at that point where I'm not used to the heat yet, and it like went from being like 50 last week one day to being like 100, and I just can't handle it. So I'm gonna show you the state of my classroom right now. My table is just covered in stuff. I can't even handle that right now. The whole back counter, oh man, like there's just stuff everywhere. My desk, disaster. Cool. So I'm going to waste time and tell you what we did today. So for this morning, what did we do this? Oh, this morning I actually gave them a little quiz. So basically I wrote down 4 problems to addition to subtraction that were 3-digit, just to see like where everyone was at. And so I went through, I graded them, and I basically just said like, okay, if you got both of them right, then you have shown me that you mastered it. If you got one of them wrong, then you're like pretty close, and if you got both of them wrong, like something's still not clicking. So then during math today, rather than pulling math groups, because I keep finding the issue of like, I have like 8 kids sitting in front of me and they all like need my help, or they do the whole page and then they're doing it wrong because I'm like paying attention to someone else and I can't pay attention to them like in that moment. So I was having a really hard time with that. So I decided to take basically my list of people who didn't really get it and pull like 2 or 3 at a time, and I tried to pick out kids who kind of like made the same mistake. So like one of the biggest mistakes was like having a 4 on the top and a 7 on the bottom, and being able, or saying like it's 3 when it shouldn't be 3 because I need to go regroup. So that was like a big problem, just stuff like that. So trying to like pull kids that had like the same need, and then just sitting there and like working with them, and we just went through problems and like just practiced and practiced and practiced. And I told them like, okay, you left my table. So I met with 7 kids today. They all like left my table mastering it, but I told them you need to show me tomorrow like that you mastered it by basically taking one of those quizzes like again to show me that like not right after we have just been working on it that you can master it, but like even tomorrow you can come back to it and master it again. So, and I'm just going to keep like checking up on them, and basically I'm just going to keep doing that. So while those kids were doing that, I basically just found stuff to keep the rest of the class busy. So I did like rotations, but it was like whole class rotations, so like every kid was working on the same thing at the same time. It wasn't as structured as like maybe I should have done it, so it didn't go like super well, but I was able to meet with those 7 kids, and I feel confident that all of them left me understanding what to do. So we'll see. But I only had, I think, like 3 kids. Granted, I had 3 kids absent today, so like those 3 I don't know, but I only had 3 kids not pass the addition part, like not show me that they've mastered the addition, which is really, really good compared to like the half I think I had like last week. So that's finally clicking, and I haven't spent as much time on the subtraction, so it's like no surprise to me that I would have that large of a group who still haven't mastered it. And really it wasn't even that bad. I want to say I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had 8, and 2 of them, it was more just like, I think they were just making silly mistakes when they got it wrong. And so I kind of like worked with them, and then it like fixed it. So not too shabby. Anyway, today was bring a plant, I think, to your teacher is supposed to be, because it's like Teacher Appreciation Week, so every day there was supposed to be something. So I got this really cool looking plant. If you see the leaves, they're like kind of purpley, kind of green. Super cool looking. They brought this. I thought this was awesome. So I'll probably leave it in the pot for a while, and then I'll probably end up planting it. And then I also had a little girl bring me this, which is so, oh no, I just messed up the chalk. Whoops. So cute. The little pot, and it's a hydrangea, which I love. I think it's called a hydrangea. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I really like these kind of flowers though. So once it's all bloomed, it'll be really pretty. I wonder if I can plant this and if it'll like keep growing. I'm sure it would, right? I don't know. I have to clean up. I probably won't do like any sort of planning for tomorrow. I just need to clean because obviously the room is a tornado hit. I probably won't do any planning for tomorrow. I'll probably just wait till the morning, because I kind of already know, like I already know every day like what I'm doing. I just have to kind of sit there and like make sure I know what order I want to do everything in, and then make sure I just like have everything like copied and stuff, because I'm bad about going ahead. It's just like a lot of times if I copy stuff ahead of time, I end up not using it and it ends up getting thrown away, and so then I feel bad. So I like copy day by day just because I don't know if I'll get to it or not. So yeah. So I'm gonna clean and get some stuff done, and then I'll catch up with you guys later. So I was just sitting here kind of like reflecting and just like thinking about my day, which I do a lot, but like I was just kind of sitting here thinking, and like it made me so happy to think about the fact that like I had those 7 kids today who basically like who failed the test today when I gave it to them, and like we're like as a class we're like completely okay with failing a test, because it just shows us that we need more support, we need a little bit more help, and so it lets us know like where we're lacking. And so I've made sure to like make my kids very aware of that, and that it's okay. It just shows us that we still need help, and it's okay to need help, but that's what I'm here for, and like that's why I'm your teacher, so that I can help you and that your peers can support you as well. But anyway, knowing that like they came to my table, and then them leaving and like having such a better understanding and like being able to do it is just like that moment as a teacher where it just makes you so happy. Like those are the moments that I live for, being a teacher. Just that like feeling that you know that they have when you have mastered something and you finally get it, and you're like, that light bulb clicks, and it just feels like so good to just be able to do that. Like I know as when I was a student, like when I would be able to finally do something that maybe I struggled with for a long time, it felt so good to be able to finally do it. Just like with anything, like if you're not able to do something and you keep trying and trying and trying, and then like that time when you finally do it, it just feels amazing. So but looking at it like from the other side, like the outside looking in, I just get so happy because I know that like they all worked really, really hard, and it's just like exciting. So I don't know, I had to share that. Like that's what it's about as a teacher, is like those little moments, whoa, goodness, that make everything just like all good in the world. Like, so anyway, I just got finished cleaning. I'm going to, I never said what else we did. I only talked about math, but basically I realized all we did was the kids did literacy centers, and rather than pulling groups to read, I did Mother's Day cards. So I'll actually show you. I think I got this sent to me in like an email. I can look and see, like I follow a lot of blogs, and so they like send the emails, you know, and they sometimes have like stuff included in them, and this is where I got it. But it's a super cute little card. Sorry, I'm trying to find one that's like blank. So I don't know if it was supposed to be put together like this, but this is what I decided to do, so let me turn it around. So it was just like a piece of paper that had 4 boxes, so I had the TAs just like cut it and then just staple the sides, so it turned into like a little book basically. And so their front, they said I love you, and then they put mom or grandma, and then written by their name. And then the first page just says I love you because, and then they had to fill in like why, put a picture that went with it, and then, goodness, this is really hard with one hand. My favorite thing about you is, and then thank you for always. I thought it was going to be like kind of more of a stretch, just because I thought I was going to have to like really help them like get through what they were supposed to do. Like I figured I had to have kids be like, I don't know what to write, but every kid like immediately sat down and they just like busted it out, and I was like, okay, cool. So that was pretty cool. That was like pretty much it, because we did Math Win and I had music today, so I didn't get anything done this morning. For Math Win, we worked on equivalent fractions because I have the group of kids that's like a little bit above level. So I'm trying to push them along, although I think today was actually going to be the last day of Math Win groups, just because it's getting crazy. Like, it's just the end of the year, and like I think we're down to like 4 weeks, and so things are just getting really crazy. So I think we're just gonna stop it and then like work on test prep, because we do have our benchmark coming up soon. So yeah, so anyway, I had to share that moment with you guys. I'm going to probably pack up and head home, and then go home and do my workout, which like I don't want to do, but we're gonna do it. So I'll catch you guys later. Okay, so I'm home now, obviously, and I feel like every day I say the exact same thing about everything. I always come home and I always say, I'm home now, obviously. Obviously. Okay. I guess that's what happens when you're vlogging every single day, and I feel like my life doesn't change that much every single day. Anyway, I'm getting ready to make dinner. I just got home and I had to go to Walmart after work. It was just like the easiest place to stop. I had to get a gift for my partner. It's her birthday tomorrow, although she won't actually be at school tomorrow. So I guess I'll just give it to her on Friday. I was thinking about maybe leaving it in her room because I bought her some flowers. Her favorite color is purple. So I got these like little flowers, and then I got a clipboard. It's like pink with gold dots, and I'm gonna vinyl the bottom of it for her. So that's what I got for her. And then I had to get something for my, excuse me, I had to get something for my mom because it was her birthday last weekend actually, and I went to see her, but like I didn't know I was gonna see her until like 2 days before her birthday, and I just like didn't have a chance to go get something. And then she's gonna come over this weekend for Mother's Day and my mother-in-law, so I'm gonna give it to her this weekend. And then I had to get some toothpaste, and what else? Oh, I had to get tea bags for the Mother's Day gift for my students. I don't know if I ever showed you guys what we ended up making, but I will show you this week because they're pretty much done now. Now that the tea bags, Jagger's like falling asleep. Oh, he's so tired. Anyway, I'm going to make this skinny bell pepper nacho boats. My friend found it on Pinterest, and I saw that she had pinned it, and I was like, ooh, that looks good. Or like, it sounds really good. But I don't know why this is not focusing. Hi, welcome. I was reading through it and it's like basically the same way I already make stuffed bell peppers. It's just like turkey with seasonings and like stuff I already use. Like I always put chili powder, I always put cumin, salt, pepper, and like that's it. And then I always throw salsa in the mix as well, and then I put cheese on top. So it's literally like the exact same way that I already make it. I might just use taco like seasoning, like the packet instead, just for like a little bit more flavor, and then I might do like beans or something with it. I don't know why they're called like nacho boats when it's like, I don't know, it's the picture looked like it was going to be different, and it's like exactly the same way I already make them anyway. So anyway, usually I use the small bell peppers. I think I've showed this before. I use like the small ones, like the ones that are like bite size, and then I chop those, and then they're a lot smaller and just like easier to eat. I didn't fry those this time, I just have big ones, but I'm just going to cut them into smaller pieces because I don't like eating stuffed bell peppers when it's like the big bell pepper and then there's like all the stuff on the inside. It's just like too hard to eat. I like to go like pick up the little mini bell peppers. So I'm gonna make dinner and then I'll show you guys when it's all finished. Okay, so I'm gonna end off the vlog, but before I do, I'm gonna show you how the dinner turned out. I have no idea how it tastes because I have not tried it yet. I just got done watering all the plants outside and I'm really, really hot. And it's hot in here because the oven was on. So I ended up cutting the bell peppers like lengthwise, I guess you'd say. And then on the bottom, I did, these are like fat-free refried beans, and then I threw like some salsa and stuff in there just to kind of doctor them up a little bit. And then the second layer, I put the ground turkey with the taco seasoning on it. I do like half of a packet of taco seasoning, and then for like 1 pound of meat. And then I did rice on top of that. It was just like a, I don't know, like just like one of those packets that you just like make it, you just put water in it basically. I like to make my own Spanish rice, but I was not in the mood to do that today, so I didn't. And then I just topped it with cheese and I just baked it, and I think they're pretty done. So I'm just gonna eat it and then clean up for the night. So I gotta still do my workout and I'm tired. So I'm gonna go. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.